Hi, I'm Joshua Fryfogle with Make a Scene Magazine, The People's Paper, and 95.5 The Pass, and you're watching Isolation Nation with Bana Candy.
Throw the talent on best, the talent is fresh, calendar set, everyday success, no challenges yet, the falcon is swept down, making rounds and my sound to invest, the more I move, the quicker, then the louder I get. Straight
Welcome back to Isolation Nation. Today's episode is going to feature a longtime lost and found friend of mine. His name is Josh Fryfogle. So this is a really funny story. My fiance Jesse and I have known each other for 5 years. But prior to me even meeting him, I met his brother, and this is like almost 10 years ago. And I also met one of his brother's friends who is a musician, Joshua. I was fortunate enough to be able to catch up with him, and we had a really nice conversation. Now I'm going to share it with you guys. Well, I am so glad that we have finally found the time to speak and to connect. And okay, first of all, why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about yourself? You know, just go ahead.
Well, I guess I'm involved in the arts and in media in that order. I started off in the arts as a musician, and I've written poetry and whatnot since I was very young. So I've always been into artistic endeavors. So when I moved to Alaska in 03, I believe it was 03, maybe it was 02, late 02, early 03, I immediately started playing music. And I really got into the marketing side of music. Like, how do I get my name out there? How do I get people to notice? How do I get media attention? And it was funny because the more I learned how to do it, the more I started doing it for myself.
Okay.
So then I started, 13 years ago, I started Make a Scene Magazine.
I remember when you started that magazine.
You remember I had a music venue for I guess about 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
And we were at the Clock Tower in Wasilla. Mm-hmm. We got run out because we had heavy metal and hip hop shows. They were fine with the acoustic folk players, but they did not want metal and hip hop in the Clock Tower.
Man, we can't unify shit in this country.
But I had already started the paper as well, but the paper didn't make enough money those first few years. Mm-hmm. I was making money off the venue, I was teaching music lessons, and I was publishing the paper. None of the three would have supported me on their own. Right. Three together, I got by. And but then when they pushed us out of the Clock Tower, we tried to keep the venue going, but it's not a profitable thing. People who are running music venues in Alaska are not in it for the money.
Right. It's a labor of love. It's a labor of love. Yep.
You either love it or you don't. You're not going to do it. So I did it for as long as I could justify, and then at that point the financial burden was so great. But what I figured out though was I had cemented the brand for Make a Scene Magazine by that point. So I really gave all of my energy to that for the following years. Then about 6 or 7 years ago, I started the People's Paper, and I started that because Make a Scene is written completely by Alaskans. That's the criteria. We publish whatever people send us. We have no paid writers. It's media by the people for the people.
Right. That's the People's Paper, right?
Which is where the People's Paper was the slogan for Make a Scene Magazine for years. So then I started getting more and more non-arts content. I was getting stuff from politicians, from political people. I was getting, nonprofit content, event content, fundraiser content. And I realized at a certain point that I was getting more of that than I was getting the arts.
I see.
So that's why I split it into 2 publications, which really turned out good because it broadened the readership for both.
Oh, okay.
So I did that for the last 6 or 7 years, continuing with that theme of the free press belongs to every individual.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing right now. You're operating under the free press.
Right.
This is your right. It's not an industry.
Right.
It's your liberty.
Yeah.
It is an industry, and we're part of it.
Right.
But philosophically, I think in America we've kind of given control over our liberty.
Yeah. It's a problem.
It is a problem, and we need more voices. You know? So that's kind of been my life's work, is to artistically facilitate the voices of the people in my community, regardless of their perspective.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Are you 420 friendly?
Yes.
Yes. Do you prefer sativa or indica?
Sativa.
Can you tell me what's your favorite brand of sativa right now?
My preference is the sativa for the edible stuff, because when I take it, I'm trying to medicate to some degree.
Okay.
It's not really so much recreational for me, but
okay.
But if I take the indica edible, it just puts me on the ground. You know, it's just so numbing.
Yeah.
So my preference is the sativa.
Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Baina Candy, also known as Baina Kira, and you're watching Isolation Nation. So, next segment of Isolation Nation that we have for you while I'm celebrating my 50th birthday today. I'm 50. The best thing about being 50 is celebrating youth, because it's gone and you should celebrate wisdom now. That's what I've surmised, since my brother wasn't wise enough to know how pissed off I would be when he told everybody on Facebook my age. Because not everybody knew that. At least I didn't think that everybody knew it. But now, since everybody knew it, I was so mad about that shit, I had to hide it from my timeline. No, it didn't help. I sent him a text message. I'm like, I don't like you telling my age. Jesse was like, he's just real proud of you because you're so beautiful. Whatever. Anyways, it's not about me. It's about... So, let's talk about 49th Degree. What's going on with 49th Degree right now?
Well, we actually just did the cover photo shoot yesterday with Tasha and Miss Pinky.
What?
So, you know, we got a lot of things going on, so be on the lookout for us.
All right, all right. Well, are you excited about tonight's awards?
Yes,
Okay.
always excited, always excited.
Tell me, what's your favorite category?
I don't actually have a favorite category because I'm on the committee, so I can't be biased.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I like the fact that we put it down for the culture. We do the things that we do. I love to see everybody come together and support the community, and that's really the gist of it.
Okay, okay, that's what's up. You catching it right here, live, Alaska Hip Hop R&B Awards,
Doing just
6th
like that.
annual. Reggie Ward, Jasmine Smith, Sophia Matter, Diamond VIP Services, Ichiban Love, and my girl Angela. We out here. Smooches. This next segment is going to feature a video by the one and only Alaska Red. Now, Alaska Red is pretty awesome. He has done work with people like Tech Nine and does a lot for local hip hop in Fairbanks and in Alaska by representing us. He's been on tour with Tech Nine, you know, and it's just really nice to see Alaskans running around the world doing their thing. And I am so fortunate that I get to share it with the world on the Isolation Nation. I really hope that you enjoy, and like my homeboy Michael Collier always says, life is a garden if you dig it. Enjoy the video.
Dancing on the beat.
Every day I wake up smoking big just to get by. Live my life high shit, like pass the brew and spark the dubs, and I'ma tell your ass why. You probably shouldn't be such a prick, like fuck your rules and all them dudes with all their politics. I'm tired of losing the agenda, you can suck my dick. This global warming, life's too short, we bout to nuke this bitch. So now I choose to forget after inhaling a couple hits. Puff a doobie, grab some boobies, put a smile on your face, cause life's too short to take this dark cartridge in this case. It's good vibrations when good titrations is up in the vape. And I love the way it tastes, so I'm partaking of shit like every day. Light up the sky like 4th of July. My fire supply be keeping us live. Shout out to Boots and the rest of the guys. Fairbanks to Anchorage, I know just where the dankest is. So jump inside, let's take a spin. I'll introduce you to my friends. Get my ganja from Great Land down on the peninsula. Boom blunts, variety pack of 5 joints to mix it up. And red run to red run for that hash shade and pick it up. Infused lemonade, strawberries and ice, all in my cup. The house of green in Anchorage, that's where some of the dankest is. They know your boy on the first name basis is. For real though, like on the first name basis. Cause they know I love the way the birthday cake be tasting. And it's some of my favorite, yeah.
Every day I wake up smoking big just to get by. Live my life high shit, like pass the brew and spark the dubs, and I'ma tell your ass why. You probably shouldn't be such a prick, like fuck your rules and all the dudes with all their politics. I'm tired of losing the agenda, you can suck my dick. Like global warming, life's too short, we bout to nuke this bitch. So now I choose to forget after inhaling a couple
I stop by pipe and leaf if I want a chief, a little of that exclusive. Then hit Grass Station 49, check the deli for that new shit. My last tour, I was out there on that blazed in infused tip. Hella joints, dab hits, blunt after blunt, almost abusive. Driving down the road, stone cold like Steve Austin. Break down the buds and all my nugs is looking perma-frosted. Shout out to the BMs, not in the D's, not talking them baby mamas. I'm talking the frontliners, well most of them done got they starter. To be brutally honest, well it's a whole lot cheaper. And I'm a chiefer, always looking for the cheapest reefer. Like my hybrids, and you know I fuck with sativas. The indicas at night when I'm looking for that creeper. Respect to the home grows and all my Dr. Green thumbs. Sideline, horticulturists, the ones that do it for fun. Hey me, I'm just a smoker man and always been one. The joker, the smoker, the midnight toker, Mr. I'm yeah.
Every day I wake up smoking big just to get by. Live my life high shit, like pass the brew and spark the dubs, and I'ma tell your ass why. You probably shouldn't be such a prick, like fuck your rules and all the dudes with all their politics. I'm tired of losing the agenda, you can suck my dick. Global warming, life's too short, we bout to nuke this bitch. So now I choose to forget after inhaling a couple hits.